lost a friend. I actually attended his funeral a few days ago. It's really hard to do comedy while you're grieving. But I use this tool for my therapist called compartmentalization. And then I used one that my therapist doesn't recommend called alcohol. Or I am a heartless psychopath. And it just reminds me, in high school, one security guard told another security guard right in front of me that I had no emotions, that my mother could die or I could kill somebody and not feel a thing. I was like, wow. The reality was I was just a quiet, shy, and a loner in high school. And I was a late bloomer. Didn't talk and meet friends and have community until like well after college. But I'm not a late bloomer like puberty wise. Like I got some A cups right here from the pandemic. I would welcome another 6 inches. It's jokes like this that I am losing friends. Every time I check my Instagram, it's always like the followers are going down. And here's a good example. There was a podcast and I heard about these swearing parrots at the zoo and they were like cursing all the visitors. And in my head, I was like, I gotta see this. And my friends say, oh, that's a red flag. So the first thing I do, I YouTube swearing parrots. Take the first video, watch it, and it's not parrots swearing at the zoo, but it's a compilation of parrots swearing. And I'm just like laughing so hard, like, I'll kick your ass! Shut the fuck up, bitch! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! And then at the end, I'm still laughing, and it showed some words like, if a parrot can remember something, imagine what a child can remember. And then a UNICEF logo just shows up, and I'm like, oh shit, this video was made by UNICEF, and I just laughed at domestic violence and child abuse. So, still funny though. But if you already think I'm a horrible person, just know I'm trying to improve myself. If I were to rank myself as like the list of available bachelors, I definitely put myself at the bottom, but with tons of upside. So I'm essentially the Chicago Bears of the power rankings of available bachelors. Like I have a ton of impactful decisions to make in the next few months. And I have a lot of cap space coming up the next season. And for those who don't know what cap space means, that means I got a fuck ton of money to spend. And one of the ways I'm trying to improve myself is I'm trying to lose weight. So I'm already down 20 pounds. And I'm going to see a really famous doctor, not Dr. Atkins, not even Dr. Phil, not even Dr. Dre, but I assure you she's famous and she is famous at a famous hospital. But I want to tell you about the first time I saw her. Like she is like the most nicest doctor I've ever had. She has the voice of a therapist. And the first thing she said to me was like, Albert, it is not your fault, you're fat. And I was like, damn, I can just see the years of trauma, like of people, like all the hurt and the trauma just like releasing. And it's like hearing like your dad or God telling you like they finally love you. And you go to, I go to church too, and I don't even hear that from the people at church or God in there. So. The funny thing is, the next thing she told me is like, Albert, get down on the table, take off your shirt and get down on the table. I was like, whoa, I thought we're just gonna talk. So, then she starts putting on her gloves like that sexy nurse. And I'm just like, I know I paid a lot to see you, but not what I'm expecting, And I realized there's a lot of similarities between seeing a doctor and seeing a prostitute. So, first of all, they're both very expensive. Most of them are doing this for the money. And some of them don't even look you in the eye when they're servicing you. So, I will say, at least a prostitute gives you a whole hour. Whereas a doctor gives you 30 minutes. So, that is all I have.